again best digital learning channel. Today we are here to start with class 6 first chapter of computer science, which is computer and its component. So let's first of all look at the objective. Understand how the computer works. We are here going to learn how the computer works, identify various input, output, storage and processing devices and their uses. So let's begin with the chapter. Introduction to computer. A computer is an electronic machine that works according to the instruction given by you. It accepts data, takes input means manipulate the data according to the specified rules means process, produces result gives output, and saves means store the result for future use. इट मीन्स कंप्यूटर एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मशीन है जो कि यूज़र के द्वारा दिए जाने वाले इनपुट पे वर्क करती है, यूज़र के द्वारा दिए जाने वाले इंस्ट्रक्शंस पे वर्क करती है. अ कंप्यूटर हैज़ बेसिकली 4 मेन टास्क: इनपुट, प्रोसेस, आउटपुट एंड स्टोर. टुडे computer has become an integral part of our life. Most of our daily activities either involve the use of computer or depends upon the information derived from computer. Means हमारी आज की ज़्यादातर एक्टिविटीज़ या तो कंप्यूटर पर डायरेक्टली डिपेंडेड है या फिर कंप्यूटर के द्वारा यूज़ किए जाने वाली चीज़ों पर डिपेंडेड है. हाउ डज अ कंप्यूटर वर्क? अ कंप्यूटर वर्क्स वेरी फास्ट एंड एक्यूरेट. A computer does 4 main jobs. It input data, processes it, displays the output as information, and finally stores it. Let's understand this with an example. Let's assume we have to do the sum of 4 and 7. The user gives input as 4 plus 7. This is the data given by the user. Then the computer processes it as 4 plus 7. This is the information and the computer gives output as 11, and the 11 is then stored for the future use as 11 in storage devices. Let's understand this point in more detail. Input. Any data or instruction entered into a computer is known as input. An input device helps you to enter data, give commands to computer. Means input device basically helps the user to give the command to the computer, means entering the data. Examples of input devices are keyboard, mouse and scanner. The next point is process. The processor, also called CPU. The full form of CPU is Central Processing Unit, is the main chip in the computer which is used to process data. Means CPU के अंदर एक चिप होती है जिसको कहते हैं प्रोसेसर. वो मेन काम करता है जो कि कंप्यूटर का, उसको क्या कहते हैं? प्रोसेस डाटा. प्रोसेसिंग मीन्स treating the data according to the instructions and changing it in the form of information. Processing का मतलब होता है जो डाटा गिवन बाय द यूज़र है, इनपुट, उसको प्रोसेस करना और डिज़ायर आउटपुट देना. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ वी वांट टू ऐड 2 numbers 4 and 7, then enter these numbers and give instruction to the computer through input devices. Computer will process this and give the result 11 as information. Means इसके अंदर भी ये एग्जाम्पल एक्सप्लेन किया गया है. इफ़ वी गिव 4 and 7 as input and we want to get the sum of the numbers, then the computer will give the input to the processor and the processor will give us the desired output, which is 11. Next is output. The computer is fed with a lot of data to be processed and organized. कंप्यूटर के अंदर बहुत सारा डाटा है जो कि प्रोसेस होता है और ऑर्गेनाइज होता है. द डाटा दैट हैज़ बीन प्रोसेस्ड इनटू अ यूजफुल फॉर्म इज कॉल्ड आउटपुट. जो डाटा किसी यूजफुल फॉर्म में प्रोसेस किया गया हो, जिस तरह यहाँ पे यूजफुल फॉर्म क्या थी? 4 plus 7. इसको प्रोसेस किया गया एंड द आउटपुट गिव्स 11. दिस इज द यूजफुल डाटा विच इज रिक्वायर्ड बाय द यूजर. It is the result we get through output devices. The output is given to the user by the output devices. These devices display information on screen, create printed copy or generate sound. We can achieve the output in different ways, like we can achieve the input as on screen, we can create a printed copy, or we can generate it as sound. The example of output devices are basically monitor, printer and speakers. And the last one is store. Computer stores the data and information on storage devices for future use. The computer uses information stored on the storage devices to perform tasks. Popular examples of storage devices are hard disk, CD-ROM, DVD-ROM and pen drive. So basically here the thing is, computer stores the data and the information which is being processed by the processor and given as output. That data is then stored by the storage devices for future use. The computer uses the information stored in the storage devices to perform their task. And the example of storage devices are hard disk, pen drive, CD, DVD. Now let us discuss various input, output, process and storage devices. The first one is input devices. Any hardware component that allow you to enter data, instruction and command into a computer is called input device. Any hardware component. Hardware means the component which we can touch. There are two types of component basically, hardware and software. Software are those which are inbuilt into the computer. Means we have seen the different games like PUBG and many more. These are the software which are already installed in the computer. But the hardware like keyboard, your monitor, mobile phone, these are the hardware devices, means which are physically seen by the user. These devices are called hardware devices. These devices are used to give the input to the computer. This input can be in the form of data, instructions and command. Now let us discuss various input devices. The first one is keyboard. Here we can see a keyboard in the image given. A keyboard is an input device that contains keys. Means a keyboard is an input device that consists of keys. Here we can see different keys: space bar, enter key, backspace key. These are the examples of keys given on the keyboard. You press it key to type information and enter instructions for computer to follow. Means we press the keys so that the computer follows those keys as the instructions. Desktop computer keyboards typically have 101 to 105 keys. These keyboards are often attached via cable to a USB port to the system unit. Means ये जो कीबोर्ड होते हैं हमारे डाटा केबल से कनेक्टेड होते हैं टू द USB पोर्ट. USB पोर्ट कहाँ होते हैं? जहाँ पे ये कीबोर्ड की वायर अटैच होती है. किससे? सिस्टम यूनिट से. बेसिकली CPU से हो सकती है, हमारे लैपटॉप से हो सकती है. नाउ लेट्स सी टाइप्स ऑफ कीबोर्ड. नंबर वन इज वायरलेस कीबोर्ड. अब वायरलेस मीन्स जैसा नाम सजेस्ट कर रहे हो, वायरलेस मीन्स विदाउट अ वायर. A wireless keyboard is a battery powered device that transmits data to a system unit using wireless technology. Transmit means transfer, means आगे transfer करना. Wireless keyboards are the keyboards that works on battery. These keyboards works on battery and helps to transfer data to the system unit using wireless technology. These keyboards do not have any wire connected the keyboard to the system unit. Means these do not have any wire that connects them to the main system unit. The next type of keyboards are compact keyboard. Laptop computers, some handheld computers and mobile devices often use a compact keyboard which is smaller than a standard keyboard and usually do not include the numeric pad. Means laptop computers or our mobile phones generally have keypad. that doesn't contain numeric keys. Means you might have seen your mobile phone that comes I think these keyboards are either built on the top of system units or are permanently attached with hinges. The next type of keyboard is virtual keyboard. A virtual keyboard is a software component that allows the user to enter text. Some devices like smartphones and tablets have on-screen or virtual keyboards instead of physical keyboard. मीन्स वर्चुअल कीबोर्ड जिस तरह ये इमेज में भी दिखा रखा है हमारे को साइड में, वर्चुअल कीबोर्ड्स वो कीबोर्ड्स होते हैं जो कि हमारी स्क्रीन के ऊपर आते हैं, वर्चुअली अपीयर होते हैं, ऑन स्क्रीन कीबोर्ड्स होते हैं. Brainly keyboard. It is a type of keyboard which is designed for the blind or visually impaired people to input information in the computer. It is characterized by the series of raised dot on each key in braille cell. Means these of keyboards are basically designed for the visually impaired or blind people to help them to type or to give command to the system unit. Our next input device is mouse. A mouse is a pointing device that fits comfortably under the palm of your hand. Means it is a palm size. हमारी हथेली के साइज का डिवाइस होता है. You can use the mouse to select or move items on the screen, as well as to provide information for the computer to follow. The top of the mouse has two buttons and the scroll wheel. The bottom of the mouse is flat and contains mechanism that detects its movement. मीन्स माउस जो है एक पॉइंटिंग डिवाइस है जो कि हमारे हाथ के ऊपर कंफर्टेबली फिट हो जाता है, और माउस के ऊपर दो बटन होते हैं और एक स्क्रॉल व्हील होता है. द बॉटम ऑफ द माउस इज फ्लैट एंड it contains a mechanism that detects the movement. Now let us see the types of mouse. The first one is mechanical mouse. A mechanical mouse has a rubber ball on its underside. As the user moves the mouse around the desktop, the ball rolls with these movement. This detects the mouse movement in any direction. Means this type of mouse contains a rubber ball under them. The image shows this rubber ball. This rubber ball detects the movement of the mouse. Next is optical mouse. An optical mouse uses red light emitted diode. Means LED. Light emitting diodes are LED. And a optical sensor in place of ball or roller. Movement is detected by sensing changes in reflected lights. Means these types of mouse uses red light emitting diode or red LED. The movement of this LED light helps the device to sense the movement of mouse. The last one is wireless mouse. A wireless mouse is a battery powered device that transmits data through wireless technology such as radio waves or infrared light waves. It is same as the wireless keyboard. These types of mouse works on battery. The next one is air mouse. Air mouse is a new type of motion sensing mouse that, in addition to a typical button, allows you to control object by moving the mouse in predetermined direction through the air. You might have seen a VR handset. It consists of these types of mouse, air mouse. This mouse detects the movement while moving it on the air. The last one is touch mouse. A touch mouse is a touch sensitive mouse that recognizes touch gestures. You press a location on the mouse to stimulate a click. Sweep your thumb on the mouse to scroll page, or slide multiple fingers across the mouse to zoom. Means these types of mouse are basically works on touch gestures. If we slide, they slide the mouse pointer. If we touch for too long, it will help us to select. The next device is touchpad. A touchpad is a flat, pressure sensitive surface that is used in notebook computers. Notebook computers are basically our laptops. Our laptops contains a touchpad at the bottom. You can move the pointer on the screen by moving your finger along the surface of the pad. Means we can move the pointer on the screen by moving our finger on the surface. On some touchpad, you can also tap the pad surface to move mouse operations, such as by clicking. Means we can change the position of the mouse by clicking also. Some touchpads also recognize touch gestures such as swipe, pinch, and stretch motions. Our next device is joysticks. Most of you might have seen these joysticks. These are basically used in gaming. A joystick is a pointing device which is used to control the actions in the computer games. As I said earlier, this device is basically used in games. It has a vertical level mounted on the base. You move the level in different direction to control the action in game. Means we move the handle or the vertical handle to change the position in the game. Next is graphic tablet. Graphic tablet. Graphic tablet, also called digitizer, is an input device which has a special pen stylus to write on it. It is used to draw image on the computer as well as give instructions to the computer. Touchscreen. A touchscreen is a screen that you can touch with your finger to input information. Your finger acts as a pointer device. Tab PCs, smartphones, and ATM use touchscreen to input instructions. Now, let's see some interesting things. Usually, interact with a touch screen using gestures. A gesture is a motion you make on a touch screen with a tip of one or more fingers of your hand. Means gestures are the movement we can do on the touch screen with one or more than one tip of our fingers. These are different examples of gestures you can see here. Tap. Quickly touch and release one finger one time. Its uses activates a link or presses a button. Double tap. Quickly touch and release one finger two times. Run a program or app or zooms in. Press and hold. Press and hold one finger to cause an action to occur or until an action occurs. Display a shortcut menu. Drag and slide. Press and hold one finger on an object and then move the finger to a new location. Moves an item around the screen. Swipe. Press and hold one finger and then moves the finger horizontally and vertically on the screen. Means it helps us to scroll. Stretch. Move two finger apart. Zoom in. Pinch. Move two finger closer. Means zoom out. Now next input device is motion input. Motion input lets the user guide on-screen elements using air gestures. Air gestures involve moving your body or a handheld input device through the air. Motion input basically means moving your body parts so that The pointer on the screen also move according to the gestures, air gesture. With motion input, a device containing a camera detects your gesture and then converts it to a digital signal that is sent to a computer or game device. For example, gamers stretch their arm back and throw a javelin in forward direction. This is a virtual reality game. Here, a gamer stretches their arm, and then show a gesture of throwing a javelin. This is an example of motion input. Now, digital camera. A digital camera, also called digicam, is an electronic input device used to capture and store photographs electronically in a computer. This is a digital camera. Next is microphone. Microphone is a voice input device used to send voice into a computer. You can use the microphone for instant messaging that supports voice conversation and to record your voice. Uh, this is a type of device which is used to record the voice. For example, if I am recording this video, here my voice is stored into the computer by the device called microphone. A microphone helps us to store the data in the form of voice. Now the next input device is a scanner. A scanner is an input device used to send images and text directly into a computer. Means this is a type of device which sends the text or image directly into the computer. You can scan images such as photographs, drawings and logo into a computer. Means a scanner can be used to scan photographs, drawings and logos directly into a computer. Commonly used scanners are flatbed scanners and handhelded scanner. Flatbed scanner. This scanner works similar to a photocopy machine, except that it creates a file in computer memory instead of a paper copy. Means flatbed scanner works same as a photocopy machine. You might have seen a photocopy machine which helps us to create a copy of the data or the page we provide into it. The only difference is that it creates a copy into the computer memory. Next is handheld scanner. It is a portable device that can be held in one hand. It is dragged or held over the object to be scanned. It is mostly used in shopping stores. You might have seen a shopping store or Reliance that scans the barcode with this type of handheld scanner. Next is barcode reader. Most products you buy in market have barcodes on them. Means most of the packed product you buy from the market have this type of code on them. This code is called barcode. A barcode is a set of lines of different thickness that gives digital information about the products like price, manufacturing date, etc. Means a barcode is a set of lines. This is a set of lines that are held in such a manner that they gives the information about the price of the product, their manufacturing date, their expiry date also, and many more. Barcode reader, also called as barcode scanner, is used to input data from barcodes. And the barcode scanner is used to fetch this type of data like price and manufacturing date from the product using its barcode. Next is magnetic ink character recognition reader or MICR reader. MICR reader is an input device used to read and identify magnetized characters printed on a document such as bank check. You have seen a bank check. On the bottom of the bank check there are different types of number. These numbers are the code which are magnetized on the paper. Means these codes are printed by magnetic ink. Only MICR reader or magnetic ink character recognition reader can read these number. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and please like, share and subscribe our channel.